Hi there friends, Kawa here. So this is going to be our Aether Raids defense video review. It's going to be for the final day of the season, so I got everything covered. As you can see, we did make it to tier 27, so we did run into some serious attackers towards the end of this. So without further ado, we're just going to start it up. So we took a loss here, but we actually killed one unit, so we actually didn't lose too much lift. We lost 17 only. And also, I do not believe I ever showed you guys the skills on this setup. So starting here, we have Yoon. She's our Hardy Bearing holder, and she has Sturdy Impact, Wings of Mercy, and Distant Guard 3. So Sturdy Impact is really basic stuff that you give her, if you have it, obviously. It's mainly because Yoon has really abysmal defense stats and her HP is so low that you want to have a sturdy impact on her so she actually gains that 10 defense. So against any physical damage units, she has a decent chance of surviving one combat with them because they can't do a follow-up attack. And then also, thanks to that, if she can survive the single combat, she should be able to double them thanks to Chaos Manifest, letting her double as long as the opponent is debuffed. The Wings of Mercy is more or less Wings of Mercy. It's just, my units go low on HP, she goes in for the cleanup. And as most of my units do use Fury, it's actually not too hard for her to teleport to someone. The Distant Guard is the one thing I need to explain more about. It's because her preference skill, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now. Chaos something. So yeah, that skill, it's a res check. You have to win the res check by 3. And during light season, winning a res check by 3 is actually extremely hard. Especially seeing Yoon ends at 42. Anyone with like 32 res, or actually not even 32 res, because she needs to win by, so anyone with 29 res, or actually no, 30, let's just say 30. Was anyone with 30 res holding 2 airs in your team will overtake Yoon's C skill. So that's why I took it off her, because it's not that great. So instead I put on Distant Guard, which makes my fellow units a little tankier against range damage. So it's not as easy as you think it is to snipe them. So moving on, we have Flora here, Picnic Flora. She holds the Cloud Myogi, mainly because it's a Hardy Bearing ability, so that it's not that easy to vantage us. And as she is a armored unit, she gets the luxury of using Bold Fighter. So with Bold Fighter with Quicken Pulse, we get to pull off a Glacies on her second attack. And thanks to Bold Fighter, she guarantees herself a second attack. So anyone who tries to, stand in front and tank her, they're not going to have a fun time. You're not tanking Flora's damage like that. Though I am considering changing her Myogi to the armor effectiveness one, which is the Sky Myogi instead. And I'm also slightly considering switching her to Special Fighter instead, because a lot of people are attacking her to kill her. So instead of letting them, easily kill her like that, because Bold Fighter doesn't assist in that, which it only assists against, end turn people, I might switch over to Special Fighter to handle that issue. Or maybe even Vengeful. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to look into it and think about it. But as the season already is ending, I don't have to worry about it for a week, so I'll think about it over time. The next one here is Ninian. Ninian here is one of the best units, well, dancers in my opinion, to hold Infantry Pulse and Sudden Panic. So as you can see, my Ninian has 69 HP because she has plus 10 HP on her A skill and her Sacred Seal. My Ninian is only plus 1, so we get that one free one that we're given, and then I just stumbled over a second copy and I just merged her. So her build is really basic. It's just, stack as much HP as she can. She actually gets relatively fast because she has 43 speed thanks to the Yoons. And then I gave her Lightning Breath, which buffered her res stat a little more, putting over to 31. And then, with her just 69 HP bulk, it's not that easy to kill her. And doubling her is not easy either. Even if you do double her, you have to hit her relatively hard to kill her in one shot. And then with Sudden Panic on her, you guys cannot group up safely. Like I said, 69 HP is not an easy number to overcome. The second unit here is full on support. She also holds Sturdy Impact, just in case she does need to go into combat. And she holds 2 chill skills and a ground orders. The ground orders allows for some teleportation shenanigans to happen on my team, such as Minion and Kagero teleporting out. And she has Harsh Command Plus for people who want to try to debuff my team. She'll use the Harsh Command and turn your penalties into buffs instead, and we'll just hit you even harder for trying to do something like that to us. Tethys here is a new addition to the map. Well, kind of new addition. We never got around to upgrading her dagger yet because we haven't decided what to give her yet. But we'll figure it out soon enough. But for now, she does what she needs to do. She does dancing. And she has Wings of Mercy and Infantry Pulse. The Infantry Pulse is simply so that Kagero can get to 3 charges as fast as she can. And Wings of Mercy is self-explanatory. The Flushing Blade is also just a placeholder for now, just so that she can trigger the Glacies a little easier. Not a set in stone, but a potential option. Kagero here is my absolute carry here. She's a monster. So she has Fury for low speed. Yeah, low speed defense. And Times Pulse. So she's just going to Luna you right away. Thanks to Kagero's Dart, you can't really kill her in one hit. So it will trigger Wings of Mercy and it will just continue rolling you. So that's the team setup in the event that I did not explain it before. I don't think I did, but if I did, I'm sorry guys. You can just skip over this. Alright, let's start this. So we actually took a loss on this one. We only killed one opponent's unit, and we took a loss. It gave us the rematch though, so that's usually what I'm looking for. So basic stuff, just wrecking my buildings here. Nothing really happening. Caden is going to get his buffs, and then he's going to obviously grant them over to Ike. So Ike over here is gaining a lot. Ike is gaining 6 to all stats. So he actually has 46 res and 55 defense, making him quite monstrous. And I'm not even counting the fact that he has Warding Breath and Swift Stance. So his res is like really up there. So this is their prime tank. And we can see that Harsh Command was used on Flora, buffing her instead. So her stats are a little beefier. And she can't even hurt this Ike. So yeah, you know how beefy he is right now. Glacies from Flora only did 32, and then she actually died in combat, which is a rare sight to see on my Flora. But because of the ground orders, we're able to pick off the Caden, and this is our 1 kill that we picked up. It's also a consideration that I might need to put Panic somewhere on the team. With Panic, I wouldn't have to worry so much about them, especially from Ike's like this tanking. I do have a Spectral Tome on one of my units. I don't remember which one, but Spectral Tome would have kind of worked in a sense. Ike would have probably killed her though, so I don't think that would have completely worked. And as there is no Panic Dagger that I know about, that's out of the question. And as Flora did not survive that combat, even if I gave her Panic Smoke, it wouldn't have been enough. So we just died to this Super Ike here. Flora tried her hardest, she couldn't beat him. And then Kagero could not get the kill, so she didn't even bother attacking into Ike. If they killed off the Caden first, then they might have had a chance, but not by much still. This Ike was quite monstrous. in his stats. Yes, he had his own bonuses, and then he had Caden giving him more bonuses. Like, I guess if Flora was holding the cleaner, she might have killed him, but it doesn't really make sense to give Flora the cleaner over a Myogi. I'm not too sure about that. It's up for consideration though. Seeing this map is always up for evolutions. Okay, and on to the next person. So this one is a Bath Cam, that's +6. Barb Shuriken, noontime. So she's here to try to tank us and heal up. They also brought with them a Versa to help debuffs me some, you know, just standard fare here, nothing super special. So you'll also notice that I actually switched the spots of the shrine with the Aether Fountain, because I felt like the shrine there was like really easy snipe, and I just wanted to move it away. So as per usual, nothing special happening right now. They're just setting up themselves. Also, I didn't realize that in the beginning I was still using the Cav School, and I forgot I wasn't in Cav School season anymore. So I switched it over to a Panic Manor, which was what it was supposed to be there. So this was really interesting to me. They ended their turn like this, leaving a Versa and Igreen over there, completely snipeable by Kagero. And so Kagero snipes them. Though we were hit by the pulse smoke, which does suck. It messes with our charges, so that Kagero didn't have instant Luna, but we're lucky that she didn't need the instant Luna. And here's the situation where people try to kill Minion, and she's not easy to kill in one hit. So you have to waste a dance to kill Minion, and then now you're still kind of stuck there in front of Kagero. So I don't know what the plan there was for them. Like, Kagero is still here. Kagero is definitely going to attack and kill. Here is where Yoon sadly lost the combat by 2 HP, because 1 would be exact and 2 would be Shield of 551. But it was fine. We killed the 2 that we were looking to kill, and then they surrendered anyways. This one was a doozy in my opinion. This one was pretty interesting. So we're facing off a +10 Winter Cecilia, an Ursula, any, you know, general stuff here. And this is the reason why I was thinking, oh, maybe I should use the Sky Myogi. But yeah. But the cleaner is an option too. I'm not completely sure which one to go with yet. Or maybe I can go back with Flora's preference weapon. That is an option in itself. It's all up there. Like, I don't have the data right now to decide which one is the correct one. And also, you know, it's only the first week I used this team. So I just want to point this one out. This one was quite hilarious to me. Flora here has 4 HP. Winter Cecilia has 40 attack. Because, you know, she got hit by the panic, and then she got debuffed by a chill. So she has 40 attack. Taking on Flora with 4 HP. Flora here has 38 defense. 40 attack, right? 32 to my 35. You can't double me. And you're using Vengeance Fighter, so you couldn't double me. But on top of the fact that you can't double me, she couldn't even do the 2 damage because Yoon has a hidden buff here of Distant Guard. So Flora here technically has 42 2 defense. She has more defense than Celica has attack. I mean, Cecilia has attack. And she can't win because she can't kill Flora on one hit. And so they surrender. that was, they got checkmated by walking into her like that. I found that really interesting. And she's like, really? You checkmated yourself? Alright, so here is our second to last match. This one I didn't understand at all. Like, what's Fjorm doing here? We're not in water season, so what's Fjorm doing here? Interesting build too. This is distant defense 4 and a wrath 3. A steady stance? It's like, and there's a Lancina here too. It's like, was this supposed to be Bike and not Fjorm? Like, I don't know what Fjorm is doing here. Because we're not in water season, so Super Fjorm doesn't make sense. Like, if they went for Super Ike, they might have actually got us. So as per usual, the first few starting turns are setup turns. And they're just setting up their, attack formation. And, let's pause that so we can see. Caden here has buffs. He has +6 to all, I believe. And Fjorm actually has debuffs. She ate a chill attack and a chill res. And here comes Kagero. She actually survives thanks to that meantime. She goes to 6 HP. But because of that, it's set up Wings of Mercy. And other units are starting to die now. Like, they're just ignoring Fjorm completely. This is like very interesting to me. And here comes that Glacius for 75. And Peony has color advantage against Flora. So that actually was probably hitting for like 80. And here comes the Yoon for cleanup. It's really her job. Her job is just to clean up with Wings of Mercies. And that's a support one. She doesn't really do much. She just harsh commands and then occasionally takes a dance for that harsh command. And this is the final one. This opponent here is our tier 27 opponent. We got this rematch after we hit tier 27. So this person is really up there. This is a +10 air. This is a +10 Peony. The Kranya is not fully merged, seeing that she does need grails, so I guess that's what's slowing him down. But air here is +10. And this is a bonus unit. So they have double dancers, double air, Kranya. And they get a flawless victory against us. We couldn't do much, seeing that they used the same strategy we use with Tranya and Astra. They had disarm trap, so they just, got to my healing tower via disarm trap, and then got out. Double dancers is a really big problem. But there's not much you can do about them. Like, if it was, without this arm trap, they would not have been able to get to that healing tower that easily. Though, I maybe should try to punish them more for trying to take down the disarm, to try to take my healing tower. But the only way to punish them is to use a cav unit, probably where Flora is, so they could chase them down. But a cav unit there is not very tanky, so it's not a good idea. At least not in my opinion. So here, we just lose because we don't have the healing tower. They hit us with Savage Blow. They're going to dance and get another one off on us. And they get a dance and kill Kagero too, leaving no survivors outside of was 1 Yoon and 2 dancers, which are obviously not doing anything to this Kranya. So we got systematically torn apart on this match, but we did have lift loss control already, so it didn't really matter too much. But yeah, this is how Tier 27 players play. Granted, the air and the peony mergers didn't really matter, but you know, of course, if you have it, it helps. But you don't absolutely have. You didn't need it in this setup. You just needed to get to the healing tower and get out. But that's what the double dancers were for. All right, guys. So that was the last of it. I still don't have enough results to judge how well the defense team is doing. So I'm gonna keep it the same for now. Maybe if anything, just upgrade Tethys' dagger. Maybe tinker with Flora, but I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Alright, till the next video. See you guys later.